will pop off.
That's why you just carry the glue in your purse.
It just sounds like the glue's gonna come open in my purse, and then
happened to me.
But it would happen to me.
But my nails, I'll carry glue, but the nails always pop off when I don't have the glue with me.
Anyway, welcome back to another episode of Unprofessionals Asking Questions. I'm unprofessional number 1, Sid.
I'm unprofessional number 2, Julia.
You're number 2 because you're poop.
Yes, I'm the shit.
You're the shit.
You're the piss.
The piss. That's the piss.
So
what do you have for us today, Miss Julia?
Today, the title might change, but right now this is what my title is.
Okay.
Are you a descendant of Genghis Khan?
Props. Maybe?
Genghis Khan.
Is that how it's pronounced?
Genghis.
Stop. Really?
We're going to redo that because I even practiced this and now I'm like questioning.
Genghis Khan.
Genghis. Okay, I was right.
Like, you just, like, blew my mind wide open with that one.
No, you know when you, like, check so many times that then you're like, wait, which one is it?
Yeah.
Are you a descendant of Genghis Khan?
Genghis Khan.
Genghis Khan.
Now you have it stuck in your head.
Genghis Khan, yep.
I'm going to get my Ancestry.com ready.
Oh, I didn't even think about checking my ancestry.
If I could even still get logged in.
Hopefully that I have something that answers the question for you to figure something out.
I just say finishing something.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So, we're going to talk about Genghis Khan.
Genghis Khan?
Yes.
Who is he? Let me know.
He's a legendary Mongol conqueror. I feel like most people have probably heard of him. We are not going to go into all of his histories and conquers and what all he did.
Because that's a lot.
Yes. I mean, there's going to be brief mentions.
This is in history
of some
class.
things. Yes, not today. But he did leave behind a legacy that's kind of captivated us for centuries. And that's because his descendants are spread far and wide and their stories are as diverse as they are intriguing, people say. So, do you know the estimated amount of people that are alive today that are direct descendants of him? Of Mr. Khan?
I don't have the capability of doing the math for that. But it's probably a lot, because it was how long ago?
When
did he live?
The 12th century.
So, 1 million.
Well,
Is that a ridiculous amount?
No, because it's estimated that approximately 1 in 200 men alive.
Oh.
So, that's probably close. How many billion people are there?
There's 7 billion-ish.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. But how do we do the math to figure that out?
Again, I don't have the capability right now to do that.
That's so a lot to me. 1 in 200? I mean, that's like... In my school, let's say, there's 700 people from 7th to 12th. It's like a handful of kids that are direct descendants of this man.
Yeah.
Well, men. I don't understand that, though. They said that the only thing, like, statistics that
Men.
Yeah.
Huh.
Is that grouped as women and men?
I don't know.
It's been a while since I've looked at these notes, so I might have the answer later.
Sometimes that does happen. It's so funny.
Before I talk about how many descendants are around today, I will briefly talk about Genghis Khan. So he was born Temujin. I probably butchered that, but...
I was thinking leading up to this episode how excited I was for you to pronounce all these names and places.
A lot of people, like, some podcasts I listen to, I think, like, they'll say, like, oh, I practiced that for a while. And it's like, well, it doesn't help me to practice because it all goes out.
It's true. I look at it right before, and I'm fine.
Shut up. I do too, but I'm clearly not fine. So, born in the 12th century, he was the founder and the first great Khan of the Mongol Empire, one of the largest contiguous empires in history. So, he didn't come from, like, great beginnings. he had humble beginnings, they said. On the Mongolian steppe, Genghis Khan united the disparate Mongol tribes through a combination of military prowess, strategic alliances, and innovative tactics, which pretty much is what, he's gone down as a legend for. Mm-hmm. He went on a relentless campaign of a conquest, expanding his empire across Asia and into Europe, ultimately controlling vast territories from China to Eastern Europe. I have this, which you might be able to see just from my screen. It's a very, very large area. Like, insane. And I ironically was just watching a YouTube video about, like, Mongolia today. And, like, it's just, like, crazy how large it ruled a lot of these empires. And, like, how small it is now. Same with, like, Portugal.
Yeah.
Like, it's just there now when they were, like, spread. Well, I guess they still have their places.
But still, like...
Yeah.
Looking at how it was.
Yeah. It does go by, like, the years and stuff in this, but we're talking, like, between 1200 to, like, 13.
Okay. That's a long time.
Yeah. So his military strategies included his use of cavalry, psychological warfare, and organization of his forces, which revolutionized warfare and left an enduring mark on military history. So if you have heard of him, this is most likely the reason.
Psychological warfare, what is, like, included in that?
Like, what they did in, like, Waco. That was psychological warfare. Putting the siren... Well, they didn't have sirens and stuff in this day and age, but are you saying what was it like then?
Yeah. Just some kind of intimidation factor?
Are you looking it up?
I was trying to, but it's all, like... So what century?
12th
century.
I don't know if it would just be, like, not letting them sleep or maybe having, like, setting things on fire. I don't know. That's not psychological warfare, though. Maybe throwing, like, poop bags. Like, I can't think of what they would do. Poison?
And setting them on fire. Ugh, sorry, my nose is running.
Maybe they would just, like, be in the shadows, like...
Please do your laugh. Do your laugh.
I, like, had to really think about
it. You did.
Yeah.
It's been a while since we've done that. So this one is, like, the use of terror as a psychological weapon, blah, blah, blah.
The use of terror? Isn't that the
terror?
Terror.
Ravaging land, burning crops.
Okay.
Stealing livestock, killing peasants. Just straight killing peasants. Okay.
Peasants or pheasants?
Peasants.
Well, aren't there, like, a lot of pheasants over there?
I don't know where this article's even for.
Okay. Killing animals. You said setting things
burning
on fire.
Burning crops.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. So probably things like that back then.
Okay. So he also implemented administrative reforms, promoted religious tolerance, and established a system of governance that facilitated communication and trade across his vast empire. So he had a whole freaking system worked out.
You gotta, if that's your career.
He pretty much laid the groundwork for the Pax Mongolica, which was a period of relative peace and stability that facilitated cultural exchange and economic growth across Eurasia.
Oh, that's cool.
It's just crazy to think about, like, this was the 12th century.
Uh-huh. Could you imagine doing something that has an impact for thousands of years later?
Yeah, they'll be talking about me, and I don't even know how many... what year would it be?
Well, the world's probably not going to make it that much longer.
Wow, thanks for that, Sid. But as I said, not talking about his military stuff that much, so that was just, like, a brief overview. He is revered as a national hero in Mongolia and is still celebrated for his role in shaping Mongolian identity and history.
What is that?
Oh, that is a huge structure. statue.
How big is that?
Massive. Did I include another one? No. It's massive.
Holy cow.
Yeah, so what we're looking at, this is the Genghis Khan wait. It says Genghis Khan statue complex, and it's like this building, this circular building. How would you even, like, what would you say that is?
It looks like a temple, like a round temple.
And then a massive statue of a massive horse.
With sitting on the horse.
Genghis Khan.
Genghis Khan.
Genghis Khan. I'm going to keep doing this whole... I'm going to take that out, though. With Genghis Khan on top of the horse, which will...
Why is that called Genghis Khan there?
I don't know.
Why is the statue complex called Genghis?
It's massive, though.
It is huge.
So, as I said, he's a hero still in Mongolia, but it's more than just, like, what he did with the military and stuff that helps him live on. Because, again, 1 in 200 men.
It's his sperm that helps him live on.
It is his sperm. I'm going to start with, like, the most well-known descendants of Genghis Khan, which were his direct descendants.
So he has some famous ones? Or
at that time, they're more famous because they had a title, in a sense. And also, like, all of the descendants and everything, it's not every single one coming just from him that, like, make it. It's because of his fertilization crossed. And then them having kids, like, obviously. Yeah. So he had 4 legitimate sons, and again...
it's not that many.
No, but legitimate would be through, like
being married?
The married, like, the... I don't want to say royal marriage, but, like...
Okay.
The one that has the stature. Because, you know...
Okay.
I don't want to say... They had, like, then other wives. But, like, the first wife's the legit one.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Okay, so the 4 are Jochi, Chagate, Ojidai, and Tolui.
Sounded good.
From these sons, a vast network of descendants emerged, creating powerful dynasties across Asia and beyond. So that's where the, like, diverse locations come from because of how large of an empire it was.
Yeah.
All of the sons were placed in different areas as well. So one of the most prominent dynasties was the Yuan dynasty in China, and that was founded by Kublai Khan, the grandson of Genghis Khan. Kublai Khan not only unified China, but also expanded the empire into other territories, including Korea and Vietnam. So from there, spread the sperm.
Yeah.
His reign marked a golden age of cultural exchange and economic prosperity. So also they just think that, like, this bloodline is heroic. The influence of Genghis Khan's descendants didn't stop there, you know, in Korea and Vietnam. Another notable descendant was Timur, also known as Tamerlane, who established the Timurid Empire in Central Asia.
Tamerlane's kind of a cool name.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Or Tamerlane. Tamerlane.
Do you think it's Tamerlane, or I think maybe Tamerlane for the area, but I don't know anything.
It's cool either way.
And
sounds like a fruit.
Tamerlane, or Timur, whatever, was a fierce warrior and brilliant strategist, often compared to Genghis Khan himself. Why am I doing that now?
Because we pointed it out and now it's stuck in your head.
Compared to Genghis Khan himself. So his empire stretched from present-day Iran to India, leaving a lasting impact on the region's history and culture, also spreading his sperm. So the descendants continue into this day with many modern-day rulers and leaders that can trace their ancestry back to him, including Russian President Vladimir Putin and former U.S. President George W. Bush.
Your baby. Of course. That's crazy.
So
2 leaders.
Yeah.
that can trace their heritage back to a leader. Mm-hmm. It's in their blood.
It's in their blood. But, so, I'm gonna, like, piece this a little bit back together. So, when you look it up, it's like, oh, he has some famous descendants. But I want to get into what I kind of said in the beginning, that there are 1 in 200 men alive today that are direct descendants. Here's some pictures of some of the drawings of some of the kids, by the way. Okay, so he went from the 12th, he was in the 12th and 13th century. So during that time, him and his descendants established the largest continuous empire in history, stretching from Eastern Europe to the Sea of Japan, which is a very, like, extremely large area. As they conquered these territories, they also kind of just left behind trails of descendants through intermarriage and the establishment of ruling dynasties. So they were just getting everybody knocked up. Like, literally everybody.
Ew.
One key factor... What were you saying ill to?
Just the thought.
Oh. I was like, I thought you kind of looked cute in that.
Yeah, no, he's cute.
One key factor contributing to the widespread genetic influence of... One key factor contributing to the widespread genetic influence of Mr. Khan is his strategic use of concubines and the practice of polygamy among his successors.
I always loved the word concubine. Mm-hmm. I don't know why. It just flows nice.
It flows nice?
Yeah.
Concubine. A concubine.
Yeah.
Which is just like a prostitute. Right? Or wife.
Just
extra
like
wives.
Isn't it like
a companion?
Yeah, like a sexual companion.
Yes. Okay.
Right?
I think so.
Are they hidden? Or no?
I think they're just supposed to be like the house companion. Like they're supposed to. Do they like oversee the house?
A woman who has a sexual relationship with a man she is not married to.
Okay.
The word concubine comes from the Latin verb cubere, which means to lie down. Concubines are often treated better than the man's wife. Other terms for concubine include courtesan, doxy, paramour, and a kept woman.
A kept woman.
Often a secondary wife who is of lower rank.
So that's what I meant by, this is the word that
I was thinking. It just depends where you're at and how it's used, but basically.
So that's why he has the 4 legitimate sons, because that's with the like first wife, the legitimate wife. Mm-hmm. But apparently he had a strategic use of these concubines. He himself is said to have had numerous wives and concubines fathering many children. So I guess he had numerous legitimate wives. And then the concubines in this era must have been not second wives, just companions. I don't know. His sons and grandsons who ruled over different parts of the empire continued this tradition of having many wives and concubines, leading to an ever-expanding network of descendants. The Mongol Empire promoted a system of strategic alliances through marriage, often marrying into powerful families and clans across the vast territories they conquered. So also why a lot are rulers or high up.
Yeah.
So this is a map of, a map of the Mongol Empire. So the dark is under the reign of Mr. Khan in 1227. And
Mr.
then
Khan.
Here is under his heirs at the greatest extent. So he did this, but his heirs had expanded out.
So was that his plan? Like the whole time? Or did it just happen
No one
that
knows
way?
for sure, but he was very strategic about it. So I do think, and some people, researchers, speculate that, it was like a plan.
It's crazy.
Spread your lineage. It is because it's kind of opposite than a lot of other things that we've heard. I mean, there's a lot of conquerors and leaders who have not illegitimate, like, children that you don't know of, which I'm sure we, like, find out now with the, like, Ancestry.com and genetics, but it was supposed to be hush-hush, where this was like, no, you are my blood. Because of the lands they've conquered, and also his strategic plans of intermarriage relations and all that, this further spread the genetic influence of Genghis Khan. Oh my god. I like tell myself to stop. This is getting annoying. This further spread the genetic influence of Genghis Khan and his descendants far and wide. So this map.
Before we get into that map, though, can I go back to this picture?
Yes, please.
Who is this? Who are all these people?
They're drawings of his descendants of a certain time.
Last. I don't know why it's so funny, but it's so funny.
Fat, chubby 12-year-old.
Like, he reminds me of somebody, and I can't think of it. Like, not a real person. I mean, like
a
from
cartoon or something?
Yeah. But I can't think of what it is. You could look at your own photos.
Let me see.
So, are the top 4, like, his legitimate sons?
That's him.
Or that's just... Oh, that's him.
In the top left.
Oh, okay.
I believe. Should be. Let me look at this other photo.
And the one next to him has, like, a teardrop tattoo, so he must have killed somebody.
Stop. Yes, he does.
Is that what it is? It's something.
It's probably a tattoo.
But it looks like a teardrop.
Yeah. Oh, hey, go see if your dad's up. He needs to go to work. No? No, I'm awake. Come on. Okay. Hey.
She's so sweet.
So he's the only one with the teardrop.
Yeah. His beard is also, like, connected, I think, up to his ear or something.
Yeah, it's like wisped. I think I do hear him.
And so then the next dude's that guy's son. Like, is this how
I don't
it's
have
going?
the answers for you, but
Okay.
I think it's his, like, I think these might be his first 4 legitimate sons. He had, like, over 80 some like hundreds of kids.
Yeah.
So I'm not really sure.
This last one, I still can't stop giggling at him. And why is he the only one wearing green?
Might be of age and stuff.
Yeah.
Because, like, this guy's wearing white like he is, but the guy with the teardrop has, like, a tan. But these 4, who look very similar,
Yeah.
are all wearing the same hat.
Although, look how much the second to last one's facial structure has changed. But, I mean, this also seems like the same artist for all of them. So I wonder... I don't know.
The second to last one's facial...
Like, his nose.
Oh, compared to
completely
their other...
Pretty much has... Like, you could just tell, like, as, you know, genetics pass on in different regions and stuff. And... I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure who those are in the depiction. That one with the teardrop is Ogotai.
That was one of the sons. Yeah.
Yes. And then... Oh, well, that thing had it spelled differently. I said earlier it was like Ogoday Khan.
Oh. It's annoying where it's just like, why don't you just label the photos?
Because they probably are unsure.
I mean, yeah, these were drawn a long time ago. Is this one an AI, like, generated, supposed to be, like...
Yes.
Him with a baby?
Yes. There are 800 million modern men that are descendants.
800 million. So I was, like, lowballing.
You were
it
really
real
lowballing.
bad.
Yeah.
800 million.
So I found, which I still said that I was going to go down.
But it just says men again, so it's just men. Right? Is that
yeah,
what it
that's
said?
why I don't understand.
They just don't care about women. I guess. I don't think, I'm looking at my ancestry DNA. I don't think I fall under any of that anyway.
They analyze Y chromosomes. Is that why?
Oh, yeah.
Well, 16 million men are thought to be directly descendants from Genghis Khan. 1.5 million are descendants from 14th century Chinese leader. Well, those are two different numbers you're giving me in one research thing. Okay, this map, the map that I was talking to you about, shows 10 of the 11 lineages labeled DC, with the approximate date when they originated and how they appear to have spread around the continent. The arrows show how the lineages have spread. I just want to know where the women are, which I should have probably dug into. But anyhow, did you want to talk about their faces more?
Oh, no, I'm onto my ancestry DNA now.
Oh, do you need to know what the DNA thing is
to look for? I don't know if that's gonna... Is that on here?
I guess it would just list it for you, wouldn't it?
It lists like the regions.
Well, if you have Mongolia or Asia on there, you probably...
I don't think so. I have... My 30% of my DNA consists of England and northwestern Europe. 24% is Scotland. 21% is Germanic Europe. So maybe from there.
Maybe.
16% is Sweden and Denmark. 5% is Ireland. 4% is Norway.
I need to do mine. I have the kit. Do they go bad? Because I've had it for almost 2 years now.
I don't know.
I just keep forgetting about it.
You just spit in it.
Yeah.
Oh, does it have anything in it though?
I don't know. I'm going to have to check it.
No, you probably just...
Because when it came in the mail, when I ordered it, we were both really sick. And I was like, I don't want to send in my sick DNA.
Get everyone sick and just spread.
So
you're the reason COVID came about.
I didn't do it. I didn't do it. It's just been sitting on my freaking shelf.
It's probably fine. Is it the Ancestry DNA one? They have a few other ones I wouldn't mind trying just to see if it is all consistent. Like the... What, 23andMe?
23andMe. And then there's another one, I think, too, isn't there? There's probably a million.
I'm sure so many. I just want to send my DNA to everybody so that they can track me and make clones and stuff.
Oh my gosh. There was a woman who I was talking to. She's 85. Her husband died like over 10 years ago. Her daughter did a DNA test 5 years ago when she was 80. Like when the mom was 80.
Yeah.
And it came back that she had a sister. And the lady found out that her husband had cheated on her years and years ago. About the same age as her daughter.
I thought you were about to tell me like she gave up one of the kids or something.
No. She found out that her husband was not faithful.
Shit.
And she like sacrificed everything. She was like, I moved, different state for him, for, like all this. I didn't work. Yeah. Crazy. I was like, I would be pissed.
Yeah, same.
So I like wonder how much that has affected families.
I'm sure a lot.
A lot. I'm going to go back into it now. If that's okay.
Yep, please.
Okay. As the Mongolian Empire dissolved and its territories fragmented into successor states, the descendants of Genghis Khan continued to play prominent roles in the ruling elites of various regions. So over time, their genetic legacy permeated diverse populations from Central Asia to Eastern Europe and beyond. Maybe you do. Maybe I'm a little bit. This dispersion of Mr. Khan's genetic lineage was also facilitated by the movement of peoples across continents through trade, migration, and conquest. So as populations mingled and intermarried over the centuries, the genetic markers of Genghis Khan's descendants became integrated into diverse gene pools around the world. So today, advances in genetic research and the study of Y chromosome haplotypes have provided compelling evidence supporting the widespread presence of Genghis Khan's genetic legacy. The discovery of specific genetic markers shared among individuals from disparate regions has shed light on the far-reaching impact of his lineage. So it doesn't really tell you what exactly I guess that wouldn't help us. Like,
no.
everybody has just, like, a certain code to that.
Yeah.
But can you ask it why, like, are there women descendants? And I apologize for not doing that.
I feel like they just didn't track it for some reason.
What?
Or maybe it's just easier to
say men meaning all.
Maybe.
Unless he literally, what if he only produces males?
That would be crazy.
That would be wild. Okay. This is from the Tech Interactive.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead. You go.
So I'm on genomelink.io. It's unclear how many women might be descendants of Genghis Khan since the study only looked into Y chromosomes, but it's safe to say the war rulers seemed to leave behind a Genghis Khan heritage that was significant and not going away anytime soon. So it's just, they just didn't look into that.
That's pretty much what this says.
Yeah.
It said the problem is that only males have Y chromosome. A father always passes his Y chromosome to his sons, but never to his daughters. So males are all set to discover what other males they are related to through their paternal line. Unfortunately, females are out of luck. That's so weird. Also says it's estimated that he had 500 concubines.
I wonder what their lives were like. I just like not signed up, but like took a look at because they have like matches on here for the DNA part of other people. So it's showing me who like my fourth cousins are and stuff. Look at all these people.
Wild. Yeah, pretty much the females just can't find out because they just don't research.
Yeah.
So does that mean that they just aren't doing it for this, or
I think
like
that's how I took it.
Lineage like can't be.
No, because you can
trace like proof you just did. But is it only tracing it through? No,
that's probably just the easiest way
to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so if there are 800 million male descendants,
and say about the same for women, like that's a lot of the world.
That is so much of the world. Everybody's fucking them brothers out here. So yeah, the empire itself faded, but Genghis Khan definitely left a genetic imprint for
he
sure.
Left an imprint, all right. Imprint of his dick on the world. Oh, I hope he doesn't hit my car. I did park a little bit over. I didn't know he was leaving.
Oh, that's fine. So they also say that what's more fascinating is there are myths and legends that surround his descendants. And I saw this everywhere, but when I looked into these myths and legends, they weren't that fascinating to me. There are a few that I'm going to say.
Okay.
So there are stories of hidden treasures, lost cities, and even supernatural powers passed down through the generations of him.
Okay.
And while some of these tales may be exaggerated, they speak to, the mystique of Genghis Khan and his descendants. So one of the most enduring myths is the belief in a hidden treasure amassed by Genghis Khan during his conquests. According to legend, Genghis Khan accumulated vast riches from his conquests across Asia and Europe, including gold, jewels, and priceless artifacts. It's said that he concealed the treasure in secret locations such as remote mountains, underground vaults, or even within the vast expanse of the Mongolian steppe. Despite numerous expeditions and treasure hunts over the centuries, the legendary wealth of Mr. Khan remains elusive, fueling speculation and fascination to this day. Do you think there are treasures somewhere?
I don't know. Maybe anyone could just say or create the image that you're super wealthy and you're hoarding all of these treasures and someone just assumes it's got to be somewhere.
But like, where do you hide that stuff?
Yeah.
And it not be found by now.
Yeah, I'm sure it was just passed down through family. So.
Yeah, lost, traded, or sold, yeah. So another myth is that the descendants have a curse associated with their bloodline. According to this legend, Genghis Khan placed a curse upon anyone who dared to disturb his tomb or desecrate his memory in any way.
Okay.
So this is tales abound of misfortune befalling those who sought to uncover the secrets of his burial place or disrespect his legacy. He's supposed to be left in peace. They didn't really say what the curse is, though. That's why I don't find them that fascinating. It's like, well, what are you doing to them?
Yeah, unless the curse includes, like, the descendants, if they're disgracing their lineage, then bad things happen to them.
Yeah.
The descendants themselves, if
Kill
they're
them
not,
off.
like, living up to being a ruler.
So that's why Putin and Bush survived.
I guess.
So I also said there's tales of mystical powers attributed to the descendants. And there are legends that speak of extraordinary abilities possessed by members of his bloodline, including the power to control the elements.
Okay, yes, please.
Communicate with animals.
Yes, please.
Or even foretell the future.
I could deal without that, probably. But I want to talk to animals and manipulate the elements. Please and thank you.
Yeah. Pretty much they say, like, with these, like, magical things or the, like, legends and myths with it, it's just kind of reflecting the awe and, like, admiration for the bloodline and Genghis Khan. So I don't know how much is true and what's not, but whether they're ruling empires or shaping world events or inspiring legends, the descendants of Genghis Khan continue to leave their mark on history. So the real question is, are you a descendant of Genghis Khan?
I don't know. I still don't know.
I need to take my test.
I mean, it's probably not going to show up anyway if we don't know what to look for. I guess you can check our dads. Have our dads check.
Oh, yeah. I don't think I'm probably related. Maybe.
Do your ancestry DNA.
Yeah.
We also need to do our blood tests.
Ooh, yeah. We do.
That could be a Patreon episode, maybe. Because I don't think everyone wants to see us
Probably
bleed.
not. We'll make you pay for it.
Yeah, if I have to prick my finger, you're going to pay to see that. I've never done that.
You've never?
Not on purpose. For anything. What would I have done it for? My rituals that I do in the woods, probably.
I don't. Well, in anatomy class, I had to prick my own finger to test it. But also, haven't you just, like, pricked your finger? You haven't?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Like, have you ever used, like, the thing that, like, diabetics?
No.
Where it's like, and it comes out and pokes and goes?
No.
Weirdo.
Ow! I should be calling you the weirdo. I don't know. I mean, I've definitely hurt myself accidentally.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
I can't wait for you to prick your finger.
I'm gonna cry. No, I won't cry.
That would be something. Well, anything
We can
else?
become blood sisters.
Oh. Well, duh. What's the point?
Anyway.
Wait, unless we have, like, toxic blood to each other and,
my
like,
God.
something happens.
We create the apocalypse.
Yeah.
Did you... off topic. Did you finish American Horror Story?
No, I just got super excited because I found out that the rest
back
came
on.
out.
Okay.
Yeah. I haven't watched it again because he's been sick.
Oh,
He's had the TV. He doesn't like it. He doesn't like
oh.
American Horror Story.
Because he gets scared.
Yeah. It's too creepy for him.
Oh, goodness. Oh, my goodness. You definitely wouldn't like this season then, probably.
But he, like, loves, like, the crime police, like, stuff. Which I know is different than American Horror, but it's like...
But I prefer the stuff that's like more fantasy than
Yeah.
real life, because that's creepier to me when it's real life.
Yeah. That's what I think, so...
Whatever.
Well...
We have some cheese snacks to eat, so I guess we need to go soon.
Yeah. I'm
so
hungry,
we can
actually.
munch on that.
Thank you for listening.
Thanks, guys.
If you like this episode
You got this.
or the podcast, please go and...
Or us.
Please go and follow or download it on wherever you're listening to. On YouTube, please subscribe. I don't put buttons down, but we're faking. I will. Subscribe. You can also give us recommendations on any episodes that you may be interested in hearing or questions that you have. So to do that, you can DM us on social media or through our email that you can find on the website, uaqpod@gmail.com. Facebook, you can find us at Unprofessionals, asking questions, and Instagram, uaqpod.
And I think today we should create our Threads account.
Yeah. And we might have a Threads account.
We'll let you know.
Keep it posted on that. We also have a Patreon page that there is content about to drop on here soon.
Heck yeah.
So you can go visit that at patreon.com/UAQ. I think that's all for you, folks.
I think that's it. Go check your DNA.